Hey guys, welcome back to LCS LLC. We are going to do we're going to do a new video or a new games Let's Play series of Prison Architect. I got to play in this game a couple days ago and kind of got addicted to it. So gonna do some play, or at least my co-host here says that I've got addicted to it, which I don't tend to agree with. I just like to play the game. So we're going to turn everything off, but the failure conditions, I don't want it to generate all that stuff, and we don't want to do unlimited funds. Game is really easy and really fun to play.
I don't know about easy.
Okay, I think it isn't as bad, but let's get into it, and we can talk while we're getting into this. And we got it on a large map, so we can scroll out here, and let's see. We're going to pause this really quick, and I am going to, for the moment, come in and go ahead and turn off close my prison. That way no prisoners are showing up. And then just before I even get started, because I know a few things that I want to do with some grants, is I'm going to do the basic detention center and the administrative center. And the administrative center, now these are just, if you haven't played the game, these are basically just the grants, like you get grants from the government to build certain things, and that's what we're going to do. So we go with these, and I'm going to figure out where I'm going to build this little doodad. And what I'm going to do is use this planning and come in, and I'm going to come a little bit over here. And I'm not going to get too wild with this right now. I'm just kind of getting just to where my walls are going to be eventually, I hope. Otherwise, I hope I make it that far. Let's kind of scroll down in here. And I need to find my little piece of paper. And I need a 21 by 82. So we're going to go 21 right in this area. I'm going to try something a little differently. We're going to go 21 by 82. 82. Come on. 82. 21 by 82. And then I don't remember these dimensions, but I know I can come in here and go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and down on number 4. If I got that right. Put a 13 by 13 in here. Whoa. Whoa! If you hear somebody complaining about how I'm doing this wrong, I'm not doing it his way, which is the wrong way.
Really?
His way is the wrong way.
That's a 14 by 13, just so you know. If you took that wall out.
No, that is a 13 by 13.
Look at your bottom dimension.
Oh, okay. Now it's a 13 by 13. See? Somebody's got to complain. And all I'm doing is getting my basic design laid out here. And 3. Okay, and this is going to be the yard. That's going to be the yard. I don't have any of my other notes. Can you believe that, guys? I don't have all my notes on what sizes I like to make everything, which I've come down where I do like the 13 by 13s because they do put in a lot of space. 1, 2, 3. And they just seem to work out well. And I'll show you this. Well, I'll explain what we're doing here in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 13 by 13. Whoa, 13 by 13. Boop, boom. And then we're gonna do this planning calculator really does help. Or not calculator, but it's like a blueprint for your prison. So we're gonna do some offices and the power and the water in here. Come in here and go be like, we'll figure out the rooms we're going to do, which just should make them there and in the center. And if I do this right, should be 5 by 5. So then I can come in and do just what I was wanting to do, and put this in here. Look at that. So now we're going to have offices, laundry, canteen. Everything to start out with is going to be in these little spaces. So yeah, they ain't going to get a whole lot of room, but it'll work. And 1, 2, 3. This, 2, 3 are going to be my cells to start with. This is just how I do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are in prison, so they don't need a whole lot of room, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Got to have a hallway down the center. 1, 2. Everybody, 1, 2. This is just how I do mine. This is how I divvy up for my cells, and you will see this just as soon as I get this little checkerboard done. Hopefully it will make sense to you. Whoa. See, I don't like it when I do. That's alright. 1, 2, boom. It'll be alright. We'll fix that here in a minute. That's got to be there. 1, 2, 3. And it always comes out to having a little extra space. And I don't want the double walls. I swear I can't control my mouse. And 1, 2. So I am going to, told you, I knew I'd made a mistake on that last one, but here we go. Bam. And I'll just put these back in for a second. Actually going to shorten this up a little bit to make this more 1, 2, 3 to what I want. So I'm actually going to pull this off and redo that. Do that back, put that back in just a second. And here's what we want there. So what I do is I pull this whole center section completely out. That's going to be my hallway. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to take these, basically every other one like this out. Bam. Oh shit, hit the wrong button. I know, don't say that on YouTube, but here we go. And if I do this wrong, I got somebody sitting in the background, they'll be like, oh, it's asymmetrical, and it'll drive him nuts and he won't shut up. So we got to do this the right way. The other day I did one like this, and my God, you would have thought I'd killed him.
It hurt my soul.
It did. He complained for an hour. And in fact, he actually took the mouse and fixed it. This.
Yeah.
See, he's already complained about it, and I was just doing it as an example. I was just giving an example. And he was already doing this. He is a pain. But this is how we do the cells. This is also that I can just have a quick layout when I get started, when we get started running the game. And we'll come back in here and we'll reconfigure this 13 by 13 for the yard, and I'll show you how to do all that. And we'll come out and we just want 3 spaces. The 3 spaces seems to be perfect for the hallway, so I don't know why, but this seemed to work out. And yes, I'll give credit where credit was due. Guy over here actually gave me the idea for that, so got to give him some credit for it, you know. We don't want these, so these will be gone. And now we'll explain this yard. When I go to do this yard, we don't want a ceiling or a roof. We actually want this to be ground, so they have no roof, so they're actually outside. But they're inside, so the prisoners can't escape. That's the idea. So now the next mission is we actually got to put walls. And you can do bricks or concrete. I always do concrete. And I get a lot of flack because I go and do this whole thing at once, which is huge. But in the long run, it saves me money from having to delete and back and forth and all that. Now I'm going to put a security door right over here. This will let the staff guys, let the guys get in and build this, and we're basically going to be stuck waiting for them to put this together. And if I'm quick on the draw, oh, I guess we better start the game, huh? If I'm quick on the draw, I can pause this so I don't put all these million of lights that they want to put in there. But hopefully I don't get that done. Are you recording? See, he's over here doing gameplay, being lazy and not actually recording.
I've got video uploading.
He's whining. He can be recording you guys an awesome video that he's playing right now, and he's not doing it. Lame, right? Make sure you comment about that, about how he's not doing videos for you guys, and, you know, give him a lot of flack so he'll start doing stuff.
I've got video uploading.
He claims. Don't believe him. And here's all the workers. They're getting all the materials dropped off for all this. It takes a little bit, so you got all your trucks coming. And we're just waiting. We're already down to $15,000. Can you believe that? $15,000. But we are profitable at $840 a day. Now, the other thing I want to do, because I know I'm going to need to get it done. Actually, I can't do a squat. I keep forgetting. I can't do much more until I get some offices built. So I wish they'd hurry up and get this done so I get the offices going. So I can get our warden in so we can start researching and getting all this going. This gameplay is going to last for however long I feel like playing today. That could be short or not. If it gets too terribly long, I will break it up for you guys. But these guys are working like ants, and I don't like. I used to, or you've seen if you watch some of our banished games. I'll throw a link up to some of the banished series. I'd high speed those, but it seems like you don't get the same advantage if you just run it on normal gameplay. So we're going to run normal gameplay. And what in the world are you doing over there?
Playing.
He's got some crazy design going on. See, I'm playing this prison architect, so he's got to be over here playing, and I don't know what he's doing with this prison that he's designing, but it is weird. See, he should be recording that for you again, but he's not. And they do work a little slow on this, but once they get this part done, this is the slowest part of the whole process. This is the slowest part of the whole thing, is getting this whole video going. And had to get a drink. Had to get something to drink. And I probably will, just for you guys, speed this part of the video up so you don't have to sit there and watch these guys sit here and run back and forth. I will speed this part up for you. Maybe. Actually, probably not, because if I do, then I'd have to do a voiceover, and I don't really want to do voiceover in gameplay, so it probably won't happen. Anything else that we can talk about the game?
All kinds of stuff.
Well, let's talk. What do we... rooms.
What
You too.
does grants have to do with?
I mean, there's all kinds of things that we can do. Let's go look at our grants of what we're doing, why they are building. Our basic detention center, we get $20,000 in advance, which we spent most of already, and a $10,000 completion bonus. You only get 2 grants at a time when you're starting out. That's why I want to get the warden done, so I get the accountant done, so I can research, so you have 3 grants running at the same time. So in this one, it tells you how to turn an empty field into a functional prison. So we got to build holding cells and showers and a yard and kitchen and a canteen, hire a couple guards and a couple cooks, which I do those at the very end before I get my first prisoners, or when I'm going to allow my first prisoners. The other thing here, administration center. So here's where we build 2 offices and we hire a warden. So I'll actually be completing that one first. It's only worked $5,000 on beginning and completion, but it's like the most vital one. If you don't do it, you're really stuck. And then we can start doing all our research and everything. After that, I will probably do the health and well-being and the staff. It just kind of depends. I might do the cell block. We'll just have to wait and see. The staff button tells you how many workers you got, guard, staff, administration. I wanted to put this prison up here closer. I have been sticking it down here, and they've got to run all the way down. So my hope is that this will actually make them work faster by being really close. Let's see, the prisoners tells you how many prisoners of each jobs, what they're doing, what's in queue. And then let's see here, the needs. This will give you the needs of all your prisoners, which you got to have a psychiatrist to do, so we'll be doing that pretty quick. And the regime, didn't realize that, but you can't look at much. The regime just sets up the time, correct? Regime just does, you can set when they get the shower and all that stuff. Policies, we'll go over that again. That's when you get to you get to pick how long they get punished for when they do stupid stuff like sneak in weapons and drugs and beat the crap out of each other and kill one another and all that good stuff, which they do. Programs, finance, and valuation. Ain't a whole lot else to do with that. Let's see here. Shutdown. or shakedown, excuse me. Well, just like it sounds, that's when they go through and shake the whole prison down. You lock the whole prison down and bang up. Oh, a bang up. This is when you can send all willing prisoners back to their cells. So, like, if they start rioting and doing all stuff, you click on that. And anybody that's willing will just go back to their cell. If they don't want to, they won't. But it gives the guards. But they only have to focus on certain people. So, we'll go over these buttons more. The foundation, you already seen me use. Materials, you've seen. That's where we get all our doors and everything from. Rooms, we get to use this to select, and you'll get to see this shortly. Objects is, okay, actually materials, I messed up there. Materials are where we get to pick out, grass, gravel, fencing, all that good stuff. What kind of wall we want, what kind of perimeter wall we want, all that stuff. The rooms, this is where we get to designate what kind of rooms we're going to have. And objects, this is where all the doors, the beds, the toilets, everything like that is at. And we can dismantle. Staff, this is where you hire your staff out of, and you got to unlock to get most of these. And utilities is where you get to run your water and all that good mess. Now, I'm not sure what... I have never used these. Show every connected wire in your prison.
What that's for is later on in the game, once you get your security chief, you can actually use remote doors and
that's right.
CCTVs and cameras.
Yeah, see, guys, I got so excited I never got that far. So hopefully we build that in this while we're doing this prison. Emergencies, you get to call in these. I try not to call these guys in because they're expensive to call in. But you can call in paramedics and ambulance and all that. Like if somebody's about to die, I think you can call them in to rescue them. Clone. Now that's a really cool feature. I was using that today in one of my other ones, and that's really cool. You can copy, but you can only do a small. I mean, it won't let me, like my cell blocks are big enough. It won't actually let me do my whole cell block. I have to just do a section of it. But it's enough that will allow me to clone out my cell block. So it's kind of neat. And then planing, you seen us using that. So, and you can't. It doesn't go away. I got a bad habit of right clicking. Because, in Banish, you right-click, and anyway, these you can't. You got to click back on that to make that work. And these guys are just about done. Finally. Now, I'm going to get up here because I want to pause this because I really don't want 5 million lights all through this thing. I want to put the lights where I want to put them, and they really don't care. They put them like every 2 blocks or some crazy number. It's really... They do some really crazy stuff there. And it's going to go really quick here soon as it starts. I mean, I don't know how many I'll catch. I'll save myself some. And. We're getting close. They only got like a section or 2. Oh, they missed one down here in the bottom, right down here. So they still got to do that before they'll do a completion. Come on. Once I see that thing start, we'll cancel all these lights. We'll get charged for a few, but we won't get charged for every one that they want to charge us for. Come on. Okay, pause. So I pause that. I got charged for 1 light. 1 light. That's not bad. Okay, is that right click? Yeah, it's right click. Right click here. And say, no! I got charged for 1 light, but they didn't get a single one installed. That's not bad. I got close that time. So now we can go ahead and keep playing this. And you can see it's dark because there is no lights, but there wouldn't be lights anyway because I don't have a generator and all that. So now we got to get in here to objects. Actually, I'm going to go into rooms. I want to set up my offices a little different. I know that I'm going to need a few. I know I'm going to need like 3 or 4 offices. Office. I can't. Okay. So I'm going to make this area. Actually, we got to get into materials. We got to do walls. And I want to make this a door. We're going to go here. And across. And across. I want that to be a door. going to take that, and I want that to be a door, and that to be a door. Just how I like to do it. And so then we got to come down. So we get that done. So now that we got that done, you can see they're going to start building all this. I go into objects, and I'm going to do staff doors. Actually, I'm going to wait till the doors for the last because I don't want to trap them in there. Let's open this up. And let's scroll. Let me look here. Is it going to let me do it? Yeah, here's office desk. So I want to do office desk. I'm going to make these an office. Let's zoom in here. And let's rotate this. We want it to be, okay. Want it to be like this. We got to put a chair in for the office. Rotate that around. And I got to put a filing cabinet in. Let's rotate this around here. And let's do the same over here. I should have put those both in while I had them selected, but I didn't. And we're going to go here and do the office chair. And bam. So now I'm going to go back into my rooms and go ahead and designate these both as offices. There we go. And then I'm going to come in here to utilities. And I'm going to put my power substation in here. And my pump station in here. And go ahead and add the capacitor that I already have. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and start with electrical. They can go ahead and start laying this out. And so we're going to run the electrical line. I run them down the hallways. One thing I have learned after playing it for a little bit, you want to pay attention to where prisoners will escape from. They will use anything. So this is how I'm going to do that. I'm also going to put, I like having this, I'm going to put a power switch right there. It lets me come in and turn power on and off really easy.
You can do the same thing just by clicking on your...
Yes, you can do the same thing by clicking on it and selecting the other window. I'm aware, but I like the breaker. I like the look. So I'm a little bit different about that, but that's what I like, so that's what I do. I catch a lot of flack for the way I do. So we got to give power to our water pump, and I also put a valve right here on the water so I can shut the whole... These just let me shut water and power off to the entire prison. That's all that's for. So if everybody ticks me off, I can shut it all off. That's basically what that amounts to. So let's go ahead and get some lights in here. Got one light already. And here, 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 and here. There. Now I've already counted I've counted these out before, so I kind of have an idea. I know all these line up perfectly, and then I do 1, 2, 3, 4, and with that gives me 4 in between. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I don't have to count every one of them out. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4, and see, they start lighting everything up. 3 and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You want lights, because if you don't, well, then you're putting your guards and everybody at risk when they're walking around the prison and getting, well, tore up. However you want to say it. They get tore up. So the offices are ready, so now I can hire my warden. So I'm going to get him in this office right here. And now that he's going, I'm getting into the bureaucracy. And I'm going to hire, research my finance person. And I'm just going to let that go for the moment. We will be researching all this. But I don't want to get too crazy on research, because if you do and you don't watch your finances well, then you can cause yourself some major problems. So, anyway. So now we're going to come through and we are going to make some more walls. So I got to get Sorry guys, my microphone is right in front of the corner of my screen and I cannot see where I'm clicking there, so I need to move that. So here we go. There, boom. And I'm just doing the same thing. I want doors right there. And doors right. I want those doors. I don't want to. Now you can just go all the way across, but then you got to pay to put that in and then you got to tear it out. So that's kind of pointless. I mean, to have to do that, really, in my opinion. And so here we go. We got the office, and we'll get that going. Really, at this stage of the game, I really pay attention to money. Because if you don't, it can really bite you in the toe. I had that happen on one game. I was just cruising along, building like crazy, and I ran out of money, and then I was in trouble. So I try to be careful with that. You know, I'll get another $5,000 as soon as this is done. I'll hire an accountant, and I'll get $5,000 more dollars. I know, like I said, I pre-built, so I know what a lot of these are going to be. So I'm going to go into the rooms, and I know I'm going to need a shrink office, which I don't have that open, so I'm going to leave that as a shrink. And I know I'm going to need an office here. And I'm going to make another office here, because I'm going to need these two offices. And you'll see what I need those for later. Let's see here. We can... Okay, here. I'm going to need a shower. I've been kind of changing this up. I'm going to put a shower over here after they get up. They're building it, so... I'm going to put a shower in right here, which is closer to the center there. And I got to get a holding cell, which I'm going to put my holding cell right here this time. And then I also need a canteen and a kitchen. And these are my starter canteens and kitchens. I know some in this room always make everything this, and they don't ever make anything bigger. I like to start out with this, but I also like to move it on later and make it a little bit bigger. That's my preference. So we can do that, and then what we're going to do is click down here, and if you click on these, I'll tell you what you need to put in them. So the shower needs shower heads, you know, all that good fun stuff. I'm not going to worry about these two offices yet. Let's get this area ready to go. And so we need a bench and a toilet in here. And that's really all you need in there. You could put a bed in there. I've done it if I need to, but I don't if I don't have to. Let's put a couple of cookers in here. I'm going to test the theory that I only need one sink in here. And then I'm going to put two fridges. They seem to work a little bit better. So there we go. We're going to do that. And let's see. So that's the holding cell. Holding cell, the canteen. The canteen. Canteen's got to have a table. Get that down right about there. And it's got to have benches. I hope I got enough room there for the serving table, and I do. So that gives me enough of that. And then I got to do the shower. In the shower we do drains, and you'll see this. These are all just drains. If you don't put in a bunch of drains, I have tried this with just a couple, because I didn't believe him. Water runs everywhere, so, and then they got to clean that up, so. And you got to put as many shower heads as you can in order to facilitate the prisoners that you're going to get. Okay. So I've got a good start going here.
It helps to not flood the hallway by leaving the space right in front of the door empty as far as shower heads go, which he did.
I did that.
You just didn't say anything about it.
Oh, okay, yeah, I did. I don't put a shower head right here because if you do, it'll still flood the hallway. If you don't, it helps capture the water and not flood the hallway. So that's why I left that space open. These little flashers, I need to get my utilities ran down to here. And again, you got to be careful with that because I'm getting low on funds. So I'm waiting for this so I can get my other $5,000 because I don't want to not be able to hire my accountant because it's just about done. So we'll be able to hire our accountant here really quick. Come on, there she is. Funny looking lady, isn't it? Okay. But now that I hired that, I knocked that off so I can go up here and see what next grant that I want to work on. And that'll help me keep going. Let's see here. Staff well-being. I like that one, but there's another one. The health and well-being is the other one that I want to work on. That's the medical ward and the psychologist. So I'm going to click on that one. Gives me another $10,000 to work with. Why we do this. So now I can get back in here and get on my utilities and run my power right down this hallway. You don't have to do it this way technically, but it is one way to do it. I'll bring it right to there. And then you can actually connect. Since it's the canteen and it's open, I don't know. I don't want to get them down in the... Well, I'm already getting them in the foundation there. So I'm going to test it here. This could be a bad idea, but hopefully it's not. Now let's go in to do my water pipe. And we'll come straight down here. Like so. And I'm going to need water on this side. But what I'm going to do is bring the water here. This is going to suck because, see, I need water there. And I'll put a valve here so I can actually shut off the prisoners. So I'm going to come up. I don't want it right there. I don't want a large pipe. I want this pipe, and I'm going to bring it up here and get it to this side of the prison. That way. Like so. And do a small pipe. And I'm going to connect all of these right down into there. Don't need it there. And so I'm going to connect everybody up here. Still doing good. Bring it right through here. Okay. And bring it right across there. Gets everything water thus far. And so I can pull out the utilities. Okay. Now I need to get into my bureaucracy, and I need to get her working. And she's going to do this tax grant. That's the first thing I do. Other people do tax loans and things like that, but I like to get the extra grant going. And then I'm going to get the health and psychology worker going, and then maintenance. So those are the things I'm going to run after first. And you can queue these up, and it'll run in order, but I only do a few because I don't want to waste all my money right up front. Because, again, I went through and clicked on all these, and all of a sudden I was broke. And so don't do that. That's a bad idea. Even though you got to get them unlocked, you don't want to get them unlocked that way. Okay, so we need to get some more lights in this prison because, well, they can't see. So here, you can see very quickly how easy it is to kind of figure out where everything goes if you do this in a symmetrical way, as somebody would say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So you can put these, bam, just on the other side of your doors, and it all works. It all lines up the same way every time. That's why I like to build it this way. And take it over here. And then it don't line up. Worth the dickens. Get into materials. See, we're starting to get lights. we're going to do our cells, which I gotta leave a door open there, and leave it open there, and come down to do the same thing on this end, leave a space open for the door. This is going to drive him nuts when he looks over and sees all these little spots here that I haven't cleared out yet. There we go. I really do like this game, guys. It is just an addictive little game. It's even to me more addictive than Banish, and I love to play Banish, but this is a great gameplay. We can really get this going. I'm going to get all these cells. These are going to be our cell blocks. And get these built so we can start getting some prisoners in. I'm actually going to go, as soon as I get these walls laid out, and turn on prisoners so that it'll start the countdown to when they're going to show up. Because I personally want them to start getting prisoners coming. I probably could have went and not had to, and you can pick what kind of prisoners you want. Low risk you don't make squat for money. High risk you make pretty good money on, but they're like the worst of the worst, and they fight all the time and kill each other, and you don't need that, because quite honestly the normals will turn into high risk, and you don't have to worry about that too much. And since I don't have that open yet, except no more 2 grants, so it's not done researching, which you can look over here and can't tell because it doesn't show. So we got these going. We got the enclosed, surrounded by walls and doors. So we got this in, but I got to put a door in there. So let's go ahead, so that thing will stop flashing and beeping. Let's put in a gel door right here. And the canteen is right there. So I don't put a door on my shower, my kitchen, or my canteen. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. I put staff doors here, all around this area, so nobody but staff can get into these offices. And on any office I do that, because you don't want them in there, because if they get in there, then yeah, it's bad. They steal staplers and pens and pencils and stab each other, and yeah, it's just stupid. So let's get in and do some, let's get our more lights going as we're going down this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't quite remember exactly where they are. I was thinking that was the case there. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, the spacing of 4 really does seem to be the right amount of spacing. And I did not have to figure most of this out, because I had the luxury of having somebody over here that has played it a lot more than I have. They kind of give me an idea of what I needed to do.
And argue with him every freaking step of the way.
And yes, I argued with him, because if you don't argue, how are you going to learn if you don't ask questions, right? You got to know. You got to be like, hey, why? 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 Oh, and crap on a cracker. You know what I did, guys? Exactly what I said I didn't want to do. Exactly what I said I didn't want to do. I went and made this. Alright, guys, we're going to call that episode 1. Please like, subscribe, comment, and you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching.